Uh, Hello, hello, hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your girl, Program Mama. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me drop this link to join us for lunch with the ladies. Oh, I can't type y'all. There we go. There we go. Hey, Jessica. Hey, one busy mama. I don't know who here, but let's see. Let me get me some glasses so eyes can see. Gotta cut on my phone. I gotta plug this phone up before it goes dead. All right. All right. Hello. Now I can see. All right. Let's see. Thank you. Uh-huh. All right. We have somebody with us. Here we go. One busy mama. Are you at the beach?
Hey, no, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Sitting
Oh,
outside.
nice. You just outside. Okay.
Good.
Thank you. I just got a haircut, but I gotta tame it first. Hey, Tyrone. Thank you so much for coming through. Let me put this like this. Boom. Here we go. I like to see everything.
Back and forth to the chat. I'll have it on mute because there's live music and I don't want you to get copyrighted or anything.
Right on. All right. So, I was wondering why I couldn't hear my music. Let's see. Let me see what's going on. Okay, so, come on. I don't know why I won't play my music. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a magnificent day. Magnificent day. What you mean the link ain't working? That's how one busy mama just came up here. No, it's creating.
Link. It worked fine.
Yeah. Okay. Come on through. Come on through. Hey, mommy Maine, what's happening? Oh, y'all, it is super hot here. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it is like so hot. Let me see what today is. What is that? 90 degrees.
Hot here. 91.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm out here sweating my butt off.
Okay. Now don't sweat your butt off. You need your butt. You don't want me sliding out the chair now. be like frugal mama.
I know, I need my butt.
I gotta keep the butt. I'm so doggone silly. I don't know what to do with myself.
Everybody in the chat. How's it going?
Hey. Okay, so I think the only thing that's been on my mind, something has been on my mind to talk about postpartum depression. And why has that been on my mind to talk about? I do not know. So, what are y'all thinking? Postpartum depression? I really want to talk about something all nice and fun, but when the spirit call you, you got to go ahead and go with it, right? When the spirit move you, you got to go ahead and talk about it. So I just thought about, as people coming in, talk about my experience with postpartum depression. And so with my first son, I don't really know that I experienced postpartum depression. I experienced a little period of overwhelmness and a little bit of sadness, but it was a very, kind of joyous, and we were able to bond and all of that. But with my second pregnancy, that was completely different. Because I split up with my son's father during the pregnancy, that was hard. It was unexpected. And afterwards, I was like, now I have 2 children, single, but I didn't realize that until probably about a year later. Like, And then I say, oh my goodness, I'm feeling like these anxious moments. Hey, Simply You Makeup. Hey, Boss Lady Denise. Thank you so much. Hey, Gathering Place. Didn't know the chat is kind of coming in a little late. Anyway, and so after a year, I was like, okay, this is feeling a little different. I kept had those little anxiety attacks and just feeling overwhelmed and like tired all the time. And that's like, okay, that's normal when you have 2 kids. There's a difference when you kind of feel tired and all of that, but when it's connected with pregnancy and those hormones, whoo, I'm telling you, it's a completely different feeling. And you notice I've seen some people spiraling out of control, and I said, I think that this person is going through postpartum depression, but you cannot tell them that, like, especially when you have little stair steppers, 4, 3, 2, or 4, little ones that's close in age, it can be very overwhelming. And not just because there is a lot going on, but because your hormones never get an opportunity to stabilize. So yeah, you just constantly going through a period of, okay, here's pregnant mode, here is mommy mode, pregnant mode, mommy mode, and it never stabilizes. And so what happens is you can have hair loss, you can have gain weight. There's so many effects of postpartum depression, but most of all, you kind of like lose yourself. You see somebody with little kids and they hair all wiry, they just go, and it seems like that they may have it together on the outside, but in the inside, you can sense that they probably are emotional or crying a lot, or things like that. And you have to recognize that in your parents. I'm telling you, especially if you have single parents, but it's not just single parents. You should say, hey, I'm gonna come over and chill out with you. Chill out with them for a minute. Yeah, that estrogen hormone is powerful. Same as exactly. And you just, when you're going through actual postpartum depression, it is a sense of overwhelmingness when you are just having a child. But postpartum depression hits so much different. It's like having I don't know how many people have a what is it called, or have ever been affected by PMS, but it's like having PMS times like 100, and you expected, as women, we are expected to handle and just do everything, like just be ready to roll and be good and not have any issues. But in essence, we all do. And I think that people are embarrassed by having postpartum depression because it's taboo. You're supposed to be such a nourisher, or you're supposed to have it all together. Yeah, but you don't have to have it all together. You can ask for help. Okay, ask for help. And those of us who have gone through it, and be willing to accept help. And I'm looking through my cards, because I'm looking at my affirmation cards, because I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and because it says, one of them said, I don't know where. I know there are people. It's Friday. People have stuff to do. So I'm gonna come up. Oh, where is this card that I want to show? And oh yeah, and one of the things that you also get caught up in is like losing your purpose. You go into mommy mode, and that's why I was going to ask, do you think that men are affected by postpartum depression? Because you know how a lot of people say, oh, when my wife was pregnant or my girl was pregnant, what? Let me pin the link to join. When my so-and-so was pregnant, I felt the same effect. I doubt that you would feel the same effects. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Real in place. And I pinned the link to join. So if you want to come up and join the conversation, come on through. But there's one of these cards. I don't know where. Let me see. Oh, we may have already recycled it. Yeah, you lose your purpose and you can lose who you are, especially when you, like I said, you have little stair stepper kids. I had postpartum depression. Never knew. I know, right? You don't know. Like you just sit there one day, like I think I was depressed. And even if you do, it's like, okay, what do I do when I recognize that I am feeling this way? I'm going through these emotions. What do I do, and how do I adjust my thoughts? Okay. Um, and one of the things I did was just kind of just bond with them more, like just do the skin to skin, do the skin to skin, and you get to really like embrace them in everything. And I realized like when my one of my sons like was sick, had a fever. Yeah, surround yourself with positive people. Yes, absolutely. And I just started like holding him skin to skin. His says he just had on a diaper, and I just had on, my like half bra or whatever. And yeah, that brought down his fever. My body temperature was able to help regulate his body temperature, and that told me that hey, we have a bond that is unimaginable. You know what I mean? Hey, Shonda's Corner. Hi, thank you so much for stopping through. Who are supportive and not trying to make it worse. That's right. That's right. Because some people will say, "Okay, you're fine. I mean, everything is fine. Women been having babies for years. You just have to push through it. It's hard to push through that. Yeah. That's why breastfeeding. Yes, yes. And you know what? That's why I went on and had this conversation because yeah, Joanne and I, Gathering Place, was having this conversation the other day, and that breastfeeding about breast. Yay! He was able to do it. Okay, here we go. And hey, Declan fans, I'm gonna turn this down so we can hear you. She's spinning. Oh man. And it's like this affirmation here. I express myself with clear intent. If you are going through postpartum depression or any type of depression, go feel free to release your fears and doubts to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Get you some positive people and energy around you. And so you can just embrace the love. You know what I mean? Hey, Shonda in the house. There go Bailey Squad. These OG mamas right here. So they already know. They know they got grands. They got them grands. So yes, I would love to hear what you all have to say about postpartum depression and anything else you ladies would like to talk about today. Hey.
What's up, y'all? I don't know crap about it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I just learned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't experience postpartum depression,
I don't.
but I know a lot of people that did. And I
I
could almost
don't.
diagnose it.
I don't know what it is. I only know what I don't know what that is. I ain't even finna lie, cause shoot, everybody suffers
It's like a
from first
depression
having
that
a
you go
kid.
through after. It's like a depression that you go in after you have a kid.
Oh, okay.
It affects
I never really
differently.
understand that.
Like they don't want to bond, they don't want to hold them, they don't want to. Now I
The
didn't
baby?
personally. They don't. Yeah,
Oh, I know. I ain't never experienced that.
they like some people don't want to hold a child. Some people do. It's different for everybody. Some just cry a lot, or just feel real tired, or just want to sleep, lay around all the time. Where it's not that you're physically tired, like you mentally drained. Like and like some people have those post PMS syndrome. See, I haven't had a lot of PMS. I wasn't affected by PMS. My cycle wasn't bad like that, where I get real angry, bark out at people or go through all that. I've been very normal up until that time.
Oh no, I ain't never. No, nope.
Mm-mm.
I never did that. I ain't never. No,
My
I don't know
cousin,
nobody that didn't want to be
my
bothered with their
cousin,
kids, they babies. So I don't know nobody. I didn't know that's what it was either. So
I had a cousin that cried. She cried all the time. And she was just
Mm-hmm.
like having a lot of, like, I guess you could say, anxiety sort of symptoms,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
panic attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, baby, I think you got postpartum. And she was like, no, no. She was like, just really, she had a bad case of it. I know two people.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Bye,
when she went to the
Declan.
doctor, he diagnosed her like, yeah, you do have postpartum depression. And she would just
Mm-hmm.
cry at the drop of a dime. You couldn't hardly say nothing to her. It was just If the
Mm-hmm.
babies was crying too much, that would just like send her into like an attack. You know, she couldn't handle it. She couldn't take it. But I know a lot of women suffer from that. Me personally, thank God, I never had that issue.
Oh, me
Any of my
too. I'm
kids. I
yes,
did
thank
do it.
God.
I
I ain't know
suffer
people.
with a little PMS sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I wonder if I haven't looked
Yeah,
at the
but
research on it, but
it's
I
a real
wonder if
thing.
it affects older mothers uh, more so than younger, because it seemed like the ones that I see going through even worse than I did are a little bit older when they have children, not in their 20s, usually like in
You
their
went
30s.
through it. What did you
Yeah.
do? Okay, what were your
I've seen it
issues?
go both.
Because
Huh?
I've never seen no one go through that. I ain't even finna say. I just thought it used to be a head thing. Like,
Mhm. It probably is a head thing, but I think the hormones, like the different hormones, maybe because
Yeah.
you have the kids in so close. I think I tend to see when they have little kids like 2, 4, 6, like they're like
I
like
don't see now. See, my kids, they are 3 years apart, except for my last one. He 12 years from the last one. Like, so I don't know.
Kind of like a chemical imbalance, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like a chemical imbalance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because some ladies, some women have killed their kids.
Yeah, exactly. And people don't
That's
take it.
how I started hearing about it on Life Network, Movie Network, like, and then I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was just something they made up. I ain't even finna hold you up.
To excuse people for their behavior, like we do so many other things. I feel you, Bailey. You can go ahead and speak your truth. Speak your truth. Go ahead. We got to say it's the real deal album. A lot of people don't know because
I swear to God, I thought that was just a man-made thing to get them Caucasians off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being funny. I just thought it was just, but because I ain't never seen nobody experience no time that they didn't want to be bothered with their kid. They newborn baby. I know I ain't never experienced that. Honey, I ain't want to let man go. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to let man.
And they ain't going nowhere. My thing was I would just be sitting there and then just start crying. I'd be like, ain't even nothing wrong with me. Like I'm good. Like I'm happy. And then I would just be like, huh?
I said, I wondered if my mama suffered from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just,
You gotta think back then.
Like, yeah, maybe that's, what I'm saying. She could have, what I'm saying. That could have led her onto the path that she went on. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, that's something. Dang, I've never thought about that. That is weird.
What path you said it might have led her on the path that she went on? What?
Like, shit, abandoning her damn kid. Shit.
Oh, I didn't know about it. I'm sorry. Oh.
Y'all don't be listening to me because you don't listen to me. That's why I always say everybody raised different. So I don't know, god darn it, because the way I was raised, honey. That's why I'm saying now, I don't know, because I ain't never gonna let my kids go. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she could have been, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, and you said kids, girl, our ages is my brother, he passed. So I'm 50, he 49, 50, 51, 52. And my two oldest sisters, they the same age for 3 months.
See,
y'all understanding what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
And don't think I'm being funny, anyone that's not of African American, but African American women back then,
they didn't do
and
that.
still to this day, doctors don't pay attention to the symptoms that we give them. You understand? So that's why I said what I said. I'm like, dang. Now I can equate that to my mama because of me and my other siblings. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But she could have been suffering from that, and we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that about that back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because honey, let me tell you, I gotta say, my mama. When I say abandoned, I mean abandoned, honey. It was 7 Mile in Livernois in Michigan area. It's Cunningham drugstores. I remember this. I don't know how old I was. I was little, like elementary school.
Oh.
And my mama, I don't know what she was going through, but she flagged the police down. Was like, I ain't got nowhere to go, and I don't want to leave my kids out here. And she wanted to give us to the police. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Dang.
And the police was like, well, we can't take your kids from you, you know. And she was like, I can't take my kids. I can't take my kids with me. And the police, they told her, they was like, you see that Cunningham drugstore with all that light? You go put your kids right there and you take 2 steps away from them. And then we'll be able to take your kids.
Oh my gosh.
My mama did that. And they came and got us. And once they got us, they had us. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell people, everybody raised different. You don't know how they raised. You understand?
Yeah.
But yeah, and we was in the system from then on. You know, when she finally got us back, that motherfucker got her brains blew out.
Oh no.
In front of me.
Damn, Bailey. I am
her boyfriend. And I was 15 years old.
Damn.
Yeah,
oh my Lord Jesus.
That's why I be telling people, you don't know how a person was raised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I had my first kid, I was a new mom. Still, on top of that, I never was taught how to be a mom. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't even see an example good.
Yeah. So when people be like, well, just go back and look at the upbringing. No, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can raise a kid the right way.
Yep.
But they still gonna go their own way.
Yep. Just like you said about your son.
That's right.
Everything. And still decide to make his choices the way. Mm-hmm.
And I could, because my whole thing when I had a kid was my kids wasn't finna be over everybody's house like I was, or in the system like I was. I make kids like going to people's houses, but the way I was raised.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That was.
Yeah. Right. I understand.
So, girl, yeah, honey.
I know that's. You know what? I think like my mama would not let us go over too many people's house. We could go over my auntie house and maybe one friend girl. We at one particular time, and no, because it's so much going on. Hey, Jermaine, hey everybody that I missed, but this is a very good conversation. And hey, Country Boy Explorer, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're not already connected to the panel, Bailey Squad and Shonda, One Busy Mama, please connect. If somebody wants to drop those beautiful links, that would be great as well. But so yeah, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of times, and we was talking about this on they were talking about this on In My Element. A lot of times, when people of color go into a doctor's office, you know, it's like not listen to, oh, you're just overwhelmed or you need more sleep. No, I need you to pay attention. Like, yeah, they expect different things. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, just because they don't see it, that means, you know, you don't feel it. That's in your head or something. Yeah, I do believe. That's why me, when I go to a doctor's office, because it's always a doctor that I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So I politely find a nurse that understand me. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stand here and explain to me what the heck he's saying. So she can explain to him what I'm trying to, you know, get out. Because nowadays, when you go into a hospital,
no, it's the Irish one.
Now you can say you got pains in your stomach. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they checking for.
Well, yeah.
It's
but
pains
what's the underlying?
And the pains in your stomach could be coming from some in your liver, your lungs. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Unless you specifically say, I need you to check my lungs because I feel. You know what I'm saying? Then I need you to check this here. Like that's what you have to.
And you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. And you know what's so funny? I went to the doctor's office one time. I started giving them about 5, 6 things that I had issues with. And they told me we can only do 3 per appointment. I can add another appointment, but it'll be another copay. That's all you worried about is the damn copay, whatever it is. I need you to check all these things. Because you can't tell me that I may have lupus and we ain't finna, you got to go to this specialist. I don't want to hear May. We need to know if I either got it or not, and what is the plan, what is our course of action if it is and if it ain't. Because if it ain't, it's still something going on if my white blood cells, not all over the place. Oh, okay. So you know what like you said, you got to be your own healthcare advocate.
That's it.
Okay.
That's what it boils down to, for real.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because and then people try to shame you for taking antidepressants for a little period of time. Oh, how is this going to affect the child? How is me maybe not being able to be my best self for a little bit affect the child? So either you're going to be sitting around depressed, crying, having crying outbursts, or you're going to allow this medicine to help stabilize your emotions and your hormones and get it back to normal. But people like, these hormones, the antidepressants are horrible. Yeah, they can be. But what you do if you're not on the antidepressant could be horrible, even more so, and you get the help. Some people's kids could have been saved. And I'm so glad they have, and then you mentioned that, I'm so glad that they have the fire stations that people can take their children to, the QT, and they can be safe. I don't know if y'all saw that, but this lady, she just walked into a restaurant and said, "Can you hold my child?" And then just basically left. She was 14 years old.
Yes, I did see that. Yes, I did.
And it was so sad because,
but you know what though? But then, she didn't know that she could have went to the fire station and dropped her baby off at a hospital.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If she had did those 2 things, it wouldn't have been considered abandonment. But then that she left it in someone else's arms in a restaurant, that's abandonment. But she didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Even when I went to school, that's in what's that, home economics, the little cooking class. You do cooking for a couple of weeks, and then you do that personal, you learn things or whatever. But nowadays they don't teach.
Don't even matter.
They're not even really teaching you how to make a complete sentence, write a complete sentence. Let's be real. Because the way I taught my kids and how they learn, my grandkids do not learn like that.
I remember y'all used to write the word down like 10 times. We write it down. You gonna learn it.
Learn it. One day
flashcards and stuff.
They brought the spelling words home on Monday. That first day you write it 5 times each. Each time you write it, you spell it out, then you say it. Tuesday, we doing the definitions of that word because I need to know what that word means. You understand? Because Wednesday, you're going to use that word in a sentence.
Yes.
You understand? Thursday, we got a mock test because you're going to have a real test Friday in school, but you're going to have one at home, so I know you're going to pass it in school.
That's
you understand?
Because they got that test on Friday.
My kids and them, my grandkids and them be tripping out on me because I can tell people if they can read good by their handwriting. People don't know that, but you can tell a person they read by their handwriting.
What you mean? Tell me more. I like. Hey, Sharon, yes, please be your healthcare advocate. You are a personal trainer, so yeah.
Good handwriting, they can read good. They comprehend good. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you writing, if you know how to spell that word, and you know what I'm saying, and know how to write that sentence, it's flowing out neatly. Somebody that's struggling is gonna be sloppy. You understand that's why I said you could tell a person know how to read by their handwriting.
That's good. That's good.
They reading gets better. The handwriting it improves a little, but it ain't gonna be as neat as a person that learned how to read when they was supposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Repetition.
Yeah, but you can.
Sharon, you just go ahead and claim that you are healed. You are healed. You are healed. You are healed. Ain't nothing nothing more to say, but you are healed. I read my hand in this thing. That's my little cousin right there.
Your reading skills came after is what I'm saying. Listen,
they developed.
Listen, your reading skills probably developed late. You know what I'm saying? Your handwriting skills improve later on. You understand what I'm saying? Because you keep writing something over and over. You're gonna read it like your name. If your name is floppy, you had probably issues with learning how to read. Your comprehension is messed up. I'm just being real. Period. You can ask the doctor. They'll tell you.
They tell you ain't.
They'll tell you. I learned that. Hey, gathering places.
Hi, Miss Bailey. Hi, Miss Shonda. Hey, Sugar Mama.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Joanne?
I'm doing good today. I wanted to jump in real quick and jump out of the frying pan because I'm reading chat and I'm moderating chat and saying hello to everybody. And people were talking about the medical community. And I just want to say, okay, I'm Irish. I went to the medical community on June 1st this month, and I complained about something on my wrist, how it was burning, it was red, it was dripping stuff. Well, and then I was talking about my arthritis, and so she ordered some cream, and I thought it was cream for the thing. And so she ordered labs and stuff. So 48 hours later, I get to look at my lab results on the computer, and I find out I got an elevated white blood count, and I got lymphocytes and monocytes. So I got an infection. My body's showing that I got an infection.
Yeah, so and that's the way coming out.
Had to turn around 2 days later, go back to the same Dayton VA hospital and go to the emergency room and say, hey, my skin thing on my wrist, it is infected. I told the bitch it was burning and hurting. I told the bitch my dog had an infection. What my dog had been on 48 days of antibiotics and steroids. And what did the bitch do? She ordered some ointment, and it was arthritis ointment. It wasn't even like A&D ointment. It wasn't triple antibiotic ointment. She didn't order nothing for my wrist. She ordered something for me to smear on my hands to help with the arthritis pain. So I came back home and I sat down at the computer and I wrote what is basically an email, but in My Healthy Vet, it's called a secure message. And I wrote a secure message and I said, what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Yes.
You know, you are not, she is not listening to me. She might hear my words get spoken, but she is not engaging in listening to me. If I tell you my skin is on fire and it is burning, whatever is in my skin is hurting it. So it's not good. It's not natural. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be red. And I expect you, the doctor, to take care of it. And
right. So, why she didn't give you something to put on it for one? Right.
Well, I went home and put hydrocortisone cream, 1%. That's over the counter. You buy it at a drugstore. And I put a Band-Aid on it, and I kept a Band-Aid on it because it is wet. I mean, I don't want it exposed to other things.
No, you need one of those gauze so it'll air out at the same time. Band-Aids don't let it air out. Huh?
No, I don't want you to. I'm not discounting what you're saying about the black community getting shafted in the medical
No, your age played a factor on them not listening to you, honey. Your age played a factor on them not listening to you, honey. That's what played a factor on them not listening to you.
Yeah.
I can tell you why a doctor won't listen to you now. I keep telling you, everybody was raised this. The way I was raised made me pay attention to every individual I run into. Period. Doctors, nurses, all.
Yeah.
In your age, with senior citizens, you're at most to get played scammed over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Doctors, people not listening to you.
Yeah.
And like your doctor did not listen to you. That's what that was. Your age played a factor on that. They thinking you don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know why she didn't seeing something like that dripping from your girl. Yes, them doctors, honey,
There had to be nothing but infection.
And the VA hospital, that's a whole nother level right there.
I know
the conversation.
The veteran hospital, but
yes,
so
the VA hospital in every state. They do VAs wrong, period. The people that serve our country, they do them wrong, but that's a whole nother conversation. You know, that's political. You know, we go. But yeah, honey, listen. I didn't want you to take it wrong where I'm saying doctors. No, I'm just saying doctors do not pay attention at all to Black people, period. Yeah. But they don't pay attention to you because of your age.
And now, if they would have
if you were a younger Caucasian woman, they would have listened to you. 10, 15 years younger, they would have listened to you because they wouldn't have thought you going senile or something. You know what I'm saying? But Black people, I say that they don't because they think you want drugs. They equate all Black people with drugs, just like they equate all Black people to be like, I don't care. I know what nobody say. You can be in whatever rural area. If you walk past a white person, they grabbing their purse. Period. I don't care. You can be on the same level with them and they don't even know it. But they grabbing their purse. Period. Point blank. Period. I'm just saying. Let's be real. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't want to. I'm a little rough with my words, you know what I'm saying? But they truthful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we see it all the time, and a lot of people say. I hear some people say, "Oh, I don't face racism," but you dang sure gonna either face classism, ageism. You're gonna face one of them. Isms.
One of those.
Sexism.
In the proper language for me.
Right. Hi Sharon, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying this so far. I have to kind of talk quietly because my husband's working, but if you can hear me, let me know.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
This is so fun. So I just wanted to, actually 2 points now. I know I threw that in there about the cancer, but going back what you said, Bailey, it took, and everybody said this. I was sick for a year and a half and had no idea what was wrong with me. And my stomach was blowing up. I looked like I was 4 months pregnant, in and out of doctors. And I can't say that the doctors weren't necessarily listening. Are you guys having feedback at all, or you're good?
Yeah. No, we're good.
Okay. So anyway.
Start taking ginger shots.
I'm sorry?
Start taking ginger shots. Your intestines wasn't swollen, you know what I'm saying? That caused the bloating in there, you know what I'm saying? That caused you not being able to pass the bile, all that stuff. Honey, yeah.
Well, this is what happened because I thought it was all stomach issues. Like I've always had stomach issues. Well, basically in 4 month period, my spleen blew up to more than double and half of the size. But I thought I was like stomach issues. So I was in and out of doctors, and like I kind of understand their point a little bit now going after this journey is that they're just trying to figure it out. So if I did the blood work and a CT scan, that's when they found my spleen was like. Basically, your spleen sits here. Mine was touching my hip bone. So everything was pushing out. So long story short, I go to a surgeon because my doctor said, you have to get your spleen out. And the surgeon goes, no, you have to go for chemotherapy. And I recently saw him and I said, what made you say that? And he goes, nobody's organs blow up like that unless something's wrong with you. So I was diagnosed with a very rare form of a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's not curable, but most people can treat it. And I've been in treatment for over a year and a half. I'm coming on my 2-year anniversary. I was so sick. Like, I can't even tell you how sick I was. I was having night flashes. I lost weight. I couldn't sleep. I was dizzy. I mean, thank God my spleen didn't burst. Yeah. So anyway, I went for chemo. I didn't even have chemotherapy. It's called immunotherapy. But basically, I'm better. I'm just being monitored. I went to the doctor yesterday, so I'm better.
That's good. Okay.
It was bad. But going back about, now I'm changing subjects. I have lived my whole life people going, what are you? And I'm like, what's that mean? Like, I don't understand. What am I? So just to give you some background, my mother is half Guatemalan and half Chinese. And she grew up in Guatemala until she was married at 24 with my dad. My dad's from America. His background is Russian Jew. My mother is white as a ghost. My father is dark skinned from the European side. So all I got was like, what are you? Are you African American? Are you Indian? I mean, and I thought,
I'm mixed too. That's what I would have said. I'm mute.
I know, right?
I just say I'm just an American, and I just don't, and I can't relate to everything you all are saying, but I just never like that word, or that sentence. What are you?
You know what? Me and One Busy Mama said that because as a child last year in kindergarten, my son was asked, "What are you?" by a little kid, and my son was like, he said, "What do you mean? What are you?" He said, "I'm a human being."
Yeah, let me
He said, "No, what color are you? What nationality?" I don't know if he said nationality. Yes,
girl, that conversation in his household had him asking him that.
Exactly
That
what I told him.
conversation in his household had him asking that. Okay.
Yeah, that's my kids are very light skinned. They look like my husband. And when I would walk into the room, that's what kids would say to them. "That's your mom." We thought it was that person's mom over there.
Yeah.
Like that. Where do we? I know.
Imitation of Life. That was Imitation.
It really was weird.
I don't know if y'all know that movie.
What movie?
I'm sorry.
Imitation of Life.
I haven't seen it, but I need to see it.
Okay, Imitation of Life is this about this lady who had a daughter that was born light as she would look white. And back then, you had those colored light-skinned people that didn't want to be black and was able to pass white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. And her mom, she hated her mama so much. Her mama had to come up to the school, and she went to her class, and the teacher was like, "Who are you? What are you here for?" And she told her Mary Jane, and the lady was like, "Mary Jane, your maid is here for you," and the mom was like, "That's my daughter." And Mary Jane was pretending to everybody that she was white.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a good movie. That's a good movie.
I actually, when I was growing up, because my mother favored the Chinese side more, so she was very light skinned. And I remember growing up asking her if I was adopted. Now my father and I look alike. I mean, I couldn't. And my younger daughter, same thing. We look alike, but she's very light skinned, and I see when she was younger. My kids are adults now. That she struggled with that.
So how do you deal? I mean, like, how do you address it, and how do you to other people and with your children?
So if somebody asks me, because what are you? I go, I'm a little sarcastic. I go, you mean what nationality am I?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I kind of correct them back and just kind of bring it back. And I don't mind telling my story, but I just wish people would, and again, I don't think my life is compared to others, but I wish people would be a little bit more respectful that we all have come from a melting pot and different backgrounds. And just because of color of our skin doesn't mean, you know really who I am, which Bailey, you said that before, you don't know who I am based on
story.
that. Yeah. So, and my daughters, they struggle with it because they are not dark skin, they're just not. And they're like, they walk around, and then I almost felt they were embarrassed of me when they were yet littler. My own thing, but and maybe because I grew up like that too, wanting, people go, "That's your mom."
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's weird world.
You know what? No, the parents that I be having a problem with is the ones, like, I don't have no problem with people in interracial relationships. Now, what I have a problem with is when you go mixing them kids, and then you decide you had that one kid, you decide to go back and make the rest of them with your race. Then you got this one kid that's mixed, and they that race that think they better than everybody or whatever, because that when you do that, that's when I have a problem with it. Because, like you said,
that's right.
People was asking you if that was your child.
Yeah.
Just imagine them asking that girl, "Is that is that your real family, or you adopted?"
Right.
Like now, because I think about that because I'm going to do a story on this girl named Queen Naj. Her dad is Arabic, but her mom is black, and I think that
Is she a singer?
Yeah, she started out on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I know it. Okay,
yeah, but I think she reminds me of that movie Imitation of Life.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of remind me of what's that lady who was in NAACP? What's her name?
Right.
Yeah.
But I I got much respect for her because she came in and put in some work for the cause. Because like women, like you just think about like a few hundreds of years ago, we didn't even have the right to vote. Like not only are we have so many other things, we just got to keep pushing. And like I said, there's no racism, no classism, no none of that. Because when we like we said, I like how Kenna kind of says it. It's like instead of melting pot, it's kind of like a little salad bowl where everybody just kind of compliment one another. Hello. And that's why I am like when our initial conversation was about postpartum depression. Like I said, it can go anywhere. And I said because a lot of people don't seek out help because it is considered like a woman is weak and you're supposed to be strong and this, that, and the third. But when you just outbreak and have crying spells or you don't want to bond with the baby, seek help. It is okay.
Absolutely. I don't think I even recognized that word really when I was after I had my kids, and I'm sure I went through that, but I didn't know what it was. And to tell you the truth, even before menopause, that whole pre-menopause, you're going through the same thing. It's like you're on this emotional roller coaster, and you're going. I remember my skin would crawl, and I'd want to scream at my kids. And I finally went to the doctor, and I said, "There's something wrong with me." And he's like, "Yeah, your emotions are all over this."
Right. My friend and I, we went to Florida, like.
Bye, Simply.
She was 38 years old.
Oh goodness!
And we was in Florida, and she was having hot flashes. I was older than her, and I was tripping. I'm like, girl, is you having hot flashes? Because imagine we in Florida, we in the hotel room, and y'all know the hotel already cold. She got the air conditioner on full blast, like, and still was sweating. I'm like, girl, you having hot flashes, and we hadn't just made it on that trip, and she literally had to stay in that hotel room because that was she had when them hot flashes was hitting her, it was hitting her. I'm like, dang, you only like I ain't went through it yet or nothing like that, but still, she went through it. She was snapping at me and like, yeah, baby girl, it ain't my.
it's a weird time.
I don't know, girl. Calm down now. And I might have to get another room on you, girl.
And they said that sometimes that it is further, like if you were on birth control, but in your past, that the premenopausal symptoms can kick in earlier.
I was 47.
Yeah.
47. I was done. My kids were getting their periods when I was going off of it, and I was on birth control. Not at that point, or maybe I was. I can't remember, but I had done birth control for a while. But it was. It was like years before that. Like I definitely was feeling weird. And one of the things that happened before cancer, I was having hot flashes. And I just never had them with premenopause or even during menopause. I had like them occasionally. And I was drenching night sweats. It's a sign of cancer. Like,
oh, wow.
I just blew it off. I said, I'm 10 years past menopause. Maybe I'm.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Vitamins. I have to go visit my mom. She is hospital. Oh, Lord, Simply. We're going to pray for you.
Oh, what happened?
Her mom is in hospital.
Oh, I'm happy to be
I'm praying for traveling grace for you right now, honey.
Yeah, and see, you never know. We were talking about that on Scars and Stretching. We talk about a lot of stuff. You never know what other people are going through. That's why I say continue to reach out to people, y'all, and just give people love and encouragement. Because you just never know. That's why I say they say they're getting rid of the thumbs down. I say, you know what, that's good because somebody might get that thumb. And I've heard people get upset about them thumbs down. I don't care. You come over here and you done click my video. Thank you.
About
and prosperity, okay?
Because
you don't know what nobody else is going through. You offer somebody a smile and some love and just be a light. Stop being so drenched with negativity. I mean, these people, just think if they had, you got this much time to troll people, you got that much time to spread some love and positivity. Good night.
That's great.
Because
I was feeling down yesterday morning, and I was listening to you, and I just took all that stuff and threw it over there and put a smile on my face. I swear to God, you just the minute you said that, it was like, okay, forget that shit.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you can. That's what I say. They say, okay, are they fighting? I say they sure are. Mike, they're talking. My friends over here. They talk about the kids. They fighting. They sure are. Guess what? I'm not even letting them steal my joy. Okay, if I done told y'all, okay, when you hurt yourself, don't run in here, oh, mommy, woe is me. No, because you're doing something unsafe, and I already told you I'm not finna give you no sympathy, because guess what? You're not taking this smile. It belongs to me. You know, and I'll be like, that's why I'll be like, I'm more straightforward. That's why I say you gotta watch who you hang with. Just hanging with Bailey, like I would hold my tongue about so many things, or I try to tiptoe, and I was like, okay, somebody wanted to have, I said, I don't want to talk about that right now, because I can only control what I do, and so how I feel. And you know what? Right now, I feel like I'm lit. So now you can't be, if you're not where I want to be. I don't have time for it. And and that's what they say. Iron sharpens iron. So watch who you hang around. And my mama would always say, you can tell. And Inspiration by Marie said it too. You can always tell a person by the people they hang with about it. And I never would believe that. So I was like, I don't hang with people who like me, But then I started looking at my real close circle. Oh, we are kind of alike, because like if like with our little dynamics here. We have Bailey Squad. She's outspoken. She's holding her tongue. If you don't want to hear, you bet. Don't even. She said that before she even joined the show. Don't expect me to tiptoe or not be me. And I say, oh, that's what we need right there. You got. Right. Then you have one busy mama. She a nurse. She doing all these things, and we have different aspects. And me, I'm techie. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nerd. I'm an analyst. And Shonda is a wonderful caretaker. Like but she also business person, she sell her holistic health stuff. Not just sell it, she lives that. And it's just a wonderful combination. So keep with positive people. Every time even the people in the chat, you see some people like Costello, I love you so much, and they got that smile. You need a smile, you know who to turn to. And like
if you got a mindset of being a millionaire, you can't sit around broke people all the time. Think you're gonna get there being a millionaire around broke people. Broke mindset people ain't gonna get you to that millionaire status. You know what I'm saying? It's like what energy.
Yep.
Well, and then like the fitness people, I want to be fit. So I'm watching Sharon, I'm watching Val, I'm watching Smithies, I'm watching people who doing it, who done it, who are experts in this field, and that's elevating me. I say, oh yeah, I am all the time.
Even though I'm a personal trainer, I am no different than you all, because I don't know about you guys, but I never exercised until I hit my 40s. And something just clicked, and I went, I don't feel good. And I started exercising. And then people were like, are you a personal trainer? I'm like, oh, maybe I should do that. And that just became a way of life. But I'm so grateful that people want to see what I'm doing. But I just love that people want to exercise. I don't care if you don't want to watch my channel or whatever, but just exercise. But boy, don't you feel better when you do it?
Right.
Hard to do it, but
not lying. You really do.
So,
and
go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna have to
no, go ahead.
But no, I wanted to refer. I don't know if everybody's connected with Sharon. Welcome to the panel. Thank you so much for coming up and engaging in the dialogue. But she does have a website, and she's offering where she offers a free 2-week program.
It's 30 days.
Is it 30 days?
It's 30 days. I'll put a little plug. Look, it's free. Yeah. It's 30 days. It has tips, tools. It has recipes. It's all about how I would train you if you hired me, but you don't have to hire me anymore. So it was just, I wanted to put out there what I've done for the last 13 years. It's actually fitnesswithsharon.com. And again, it's just free. And it's my encouragement to get people to, even if you took a piece of it, if that helped you work out in a different way, great. Or if you need to start, working out. So take a look at it if you get a chance. But I do have to go, but I love this.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Thank you for joining us today. This was really, it makes me feel good. Thank you. We talked about some heavy stuff.
That's what we strive for, honey.
Feel free to join us anytime.
Thank you. Gathering Place, it was nice to meet you.
You have a magnificent rest of your day and weekend.
You guys do. All right. See you later, ladies. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Feel better. I know you do, and like you gain. I'm putting a website here. When you gain, like with Beta Squad, Beta starts doing what was it, 7-day jump rope challenge. And then she say, I'm gonna do something for 30 days. I was like, lost what 10, 15 pounds, and
Yeah, I done lost more, but I paid attention to them inches too. I didn't lose 5 inches so far. Wait till you see me. I can't wait to do my video.
Baby, you had that crop top on last week. I say, oh, that's waist is getting snatched.
Yeah, girl, you seen that gut now?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad I found my niche for YouTube finally, because you know I don't always have. I started it with my grandkids, but now school out, so I need to keep my content going. These reaction videos. Y'all know I like talking crap, so.
I know. You know what? I saw the last. I think it might have been the last one. I don't know how these notifications come in. But I said I need to go back. I need to go back now, though. I need to go back. I need to see the ones before this one.
Yeah. So, we gonna get down under that because that's my story I'm using when it's my turn.
Oh yeah.
I figure the speaker should be done talking all the crap she gonna talk by the time it's my time to do the story. My real deal lunch hour.
Okay, so next week is
I'm not on nobody's side, and all these little reactions seem to be on one person's side, and that's the person with the most subscribers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't, because everybody in the wrong on this, you know?
Yeah.
Including my mom, period.
So next week it is
Shonda, the real deal, Shonda Davis.
Okay, great. And gather in place. Do you have some final words? We are about 4 minutes in. Yeah, this was a great conversation. Yeah. What I did so crazy. Okay.
I'm over here. I'm sorry. I'm over here eating pistachios.
but I do have another question for you, Joanne. If just say for instance, what if they had not actually taken you serious and gave you some antibiotics with the blood infection, like that could lead to like
sepsis.
Yeah, that's what I was
trying to say.
I mean, I had 2 careers in my lifetime. 3, I was a mother. I was in the military for 14 and a half years in the Navy. Plus, I went to college and became a registered nurse. And what happens is like when you have a break in your skin, then things can get into maybe they just stay on the epidermis, those layers of skin. It gets into the capillaries and the blood supply, which mine was oozing. It was wet. And so anything from the outside world, that's why it's important for me to have it covered.
Abandoned.
Is because I don't want, like I own 2 dogs.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want, I can stay in the house and stay clean, wash my hands or whatever. But if you go out in the yard and you do a little gardening or you scoop some dog poo or something, you just want to be careful. Plus, I don't want it dripping on anything.
Right.
But the problem that I had is that I spoke words. She heard my words, but she wasn't listening.
She wasn't
because I was saying how painful it was. It's a very small thing. It's like the size of a dime that erupted on my wrist, but it was so painful. It felt like somebody had a lighter lit and was burning my skin. So the skin was burning and the tissue is dying.
Well, she didn't even try to give you nothing in the hospital to stop the burning sensation.
No, well, it's just like when you go to the physician's office. You go to the women's clinic, you see a female receptionist, then the female nurse takes your vital signs, and then you go in to see the female doctor, because the VA women stood up and complained and said, we don't want male doctors taking care of female bodies. They don't know nothing about uteruses. They don't know nothing about breastfeeding. They don't understand us at all. We don't want male doctors. And the Veterans Administration, after we complained profusely and in the media, because veterans are a type of people that you just don't fuck with them. You just don't fuck with a veteran.
That's right. Poor.
You ain't lying, honey. You ain't lying. Y'all suffering PTSD. I'm sorry, but I ain't messing with no veteran. No, nobody.
I was under the impression she had ordered some kind of topical antibiotic ointment for me on June 1st. On June 3rd, I go in and I say, I looked at my lab results. I have an elevated white blood count. What kind of antibiotics is going to fix this, you know? And so that was a physician assistant that I saw there. And they gave me doxycycline because doxycycline will fight malaria and it will fight a bacterial infection, because he was going to bring out the big guns. This was no amoxicillin. Yeah. This is a bacterial infection. Yeah. And then when I saw the doctor, the first doctor, the second time, she didn't even have the courtesy to say, oh, I see I may have missed the call on that one. And then I said to her, I never did get that antibiotic cream. I was still thinking she ordered an antibiotic cream. And she was just wanting to be right. She just didn't want to be right. She was right, and then I didn't need antibiotics, and antibiotics kill good all the good flora, fauna in the body. I was like, I don't even have time for that woman.
But you know what though, in their defense, you know, like they say, they are practicing medicine. I say that all the time. They practicing just like us, except they have a little more knowledge, a little more experience than we do. You know, I mean, a lot of times they think they be doing the best that they can, but sometimes, you know, they don't be paying attention. And sometimes you get a wonderful one and they do pay attention. So it's all gonna balance out in the watch. And hopefully they don't
start paying attention to doctors. Yeah, ever seen that series ER?
Oh yes. I love it.
That show had me paying attention to doctors. That stayed on for a long time. It showed how doctors didn't pay attention to Black people, you know, and how they equated pain to wanting a drug painkiller, you know, that movie showed all aspects of all ages, like you say, ageism and all that, how they don't pay attention to the seniors that come in there. That's probably why that show lasts. That show lasts at least 10 years.
I don't think that pediatricians pay attention either. They be like, well, hey, they'll outgrow it. They don't run a lot of tests. They be like, well, give them some Tylenol. Hell, they like the military. When I was in the military, they would give you some Motrin and tell you to drink some water. Motrin, they used to hand out Motrin like it was going out of style. I don't know what other I know the Army did. I mean, because I was in the Guard and the Reserves, both Army. And they all gave the same basic thing, but this was in the 90s too. 90s in the early 2000s.
If pain pills all your life, then your body has built up immune to them.
Stuff don't work.
So they're not even working for you, okay?
Right.
That's why I like every year I have asthma and allergies. So by the time November get here and fall finna switch to winter, I always end up with fluid on my lungs. You know what I'm saying? And I always end up in this hospital. So I've been going to the same hospital for the last 10 years. This last time when this corona stuff hit, they gonna try to tell me. I said no, because y'all said on that CDC that it would be if it's not asthma, your treatments won't work. Y'all just gave me treatments. It's clearing up. That's a sign. I don't have a high heart rate. Boom, boom, boom. It's normal. You're not finna put that in my head that I done got the virus. You're not finna do that. I said I come in here every year. You need to go to my doctor records, and it will show that I have fluid on my lungs. So send me to get that little CAT scan thing, and y'all can find the little fluid there, and get this out my lungs or whatever. And use my treatment. What you gonna do? This is what I'm telling you. And girl, let me tell you, the doctor, he came back, you know, he hooked me up to the EKG machine. He was like, yeah, your heart is normal. Yeah, that's the first sign that you don't have corona. Yeah. I was like, I know. Because ain't going to put in my head there, I got this. I was like, you already know the course action to go. You know what I'm saying? So where I go to get my home. You know how about I refuse to take the corona test after another doctor gonna come in there in a whole nother area. I guess they figure I'm gonna forget this. They tell me that I need to take a corona. I was like, no, I don't. I don't show signs. The first doctor I seen, and he seen that this medicine is working. Girl, they put me on the coronavirus flow and stopped giving me my asthma medicine. I said, now I ain't had an asthma treatment since I got in the ER, and that doctor told me I didn't have corona. So if y'all, are you refusing to give me medicine here? Because I need to get up out of here. I said, I need to get up out of here because I already built my immune system up to fight this thing at home. Because y'all was listening to y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was listening to y'all.
Yeah,
and
stay out of these
ginger shots. I was listening. Trust me, I was listening. And I was like, what you gonna do is I got you on live TV right now on Facebook.
I love you, baby. You don't be about no ish.
Girl, I told that doctor, I'm like,
you live on Facebook.
You gonna let me out of this room and release me and give me my prescription.
Veteran, baby.
And I will go quarantine myself at home because you're not gonna give me this. Okay? So yeah, that's what I got the heck up out of the hospital. I wasn't finna get that. Then they put me on the dang on corona floor. I was so mad, y'all. Y'all just don't know. I was so mad at these doctors. The nurses in them, after the doctor left out, they was like, you follow your first mind, lady. It's all we can say is follow your first mind and thank you. The nurses thanking me because they know these people is running game. Like, no, you're not gonna get me sick and get paid off me.
I know that's right. And now you go in there, you can have every sign of coronavirus and they won't even test you.
Right. But the funny thing is now they opened up everything and they don't care if anybody's tested or not. Like, come on now, it's either serious or it's not serious.
Thank you. That's what I said. What were y'all covering up? But we're gonna talk about that a whole nother time. Cause we can talk about that for a minute. Cause how they don't open up now? You can be coughing up a lung. They ain't gonna do no coronavirus test. Hey 12, no, we're not all bad. I know I am gathering places. I think that's it. But yeah, Stretch Nation in the building, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Bailey, thank you so much. I was like, this was a great conversation. I'm telling you, I have ran your playlist at least 3 or 4 times. But I gotta listen to these videos, girl. You be on it. You be spilling jeans. She's about wash their hand right. I told you.
Listen, look, but what was funny was I had to go back over my playlist too. And I noticed what I got views on with me talking, like even back when I got into it and I was on there, I did a 20-minute video just venting. Like, see, I can't do this because I'm the type of person that's gonna tell a person how it is, whatever the situation is. And I should have clicked in there that kind of watch me. Because every video that I did was reacting to something, like whether it was a news topic or whatever, I always got views on it. This last one I did, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But I'm telling you, that's from changing your circle too, baby. That's why I keep telling you, that's from changing your circle too. Okay,
iron, baby.
With all these positive women, baby. All these positive women on the real deal lunch hour, baby.
That's right. And y'all come on through. Next week we'll be on the Real Deal Shonda Davis channel, and you know it's gonna be lit. I don't know what she got going, what she has for the topic or whatever, but she was talking about making it really, really fun and really, really exciting. And y'all know she lit. She stay lit. So we'll see y'all next time on the Real Deal Hour Lunch with the Lady.
Enjoy your weekend, people.
Yes. Bye, y'all.
Bye.